Prepare to read. Poems in the Attic. Genre study. Poetry uses images, sounds, and rhythm to express feelings. As you read Poems in the Attic, look at how the poem makes you feel. Patterns of sounds, words, or lines. Words that appeal to the senses set a purpose. As you read, make connections by finding ways that this text is like things in your life and other texts you have read. This will help you understand and remember the text. Power words. Stacked. Flitting. Leave. Breathless. Mound. Shuffled. Clamber. Adventures. Meet Nikki Grimes.
When Nikki Grimes was growing up, her family moved a lot. She remembers what it felt like to change schools and to have to say goodbye to friends. Reading and writing helped her feel better. When she felt she had no one to talk to, she wrote poems and stories. Ms. Grimes wrote Poems in the Attic from her own experiences and from stories of friends whose parents served in the military. Poems in the Attic by Nikki Grimes, illustrated by Elizabeth Zunin. Poems in the Attic. Grandma's attic is stacked with secrets. Last visit, I found poems Mama wrote before I was born, before I was even imagined. She started when she was 7, same age as me, Air Force brat. Thanks to Captain Grandpa, my mama had a childhood on wings, flitting from place to place. Cedar Box. I choose you to keep all my rememberings safe. Poems about home, no matter where that might be. Each place is special to me. Grandma says, memories can be like sandcastles the waves wash away. My mama glued her memories with words so they would last forever. Cabrillo Beach, California. Home on leave, Daddy took me to the Grunion Run. Our flashlights found them, slim fish, silver as new dimes, wiggling ashore to lay eggs. Bedtime. Grandma sings me to sleep with one of Mama's poems. I dream of skies my mother's eyes have seen. Aurora Borealis, Alaska. My brother and me held hands, breathless, as we watched this dancing rainbow shimmy across Alaska's sky in a skirt of night and light. Paper candle holders. Next day, Grandma lays out paper bags, scissors, and paint, teaching me a kind of magic she and Mama used to make every December in New Mexico. Luminarias, New Mexico. I scalloped the tops. Mom painted happy faces. After we were done, our brown bag candle holders bloomed bright, lighting up the night. Who is she? It's funny to think of Mama making a mess with arts and crafts, or playing, sand in her hair, giggling like a kid, like me. White Sands National Monument, New Mexico. I scaled the first dune, brother close behind. On 3, we rolled down the mound, tumbling in sand and laughter, ready to do it again. Snow Dream. I flip through old photos of Mama, smile at the snowman that stands taller than she. I never get to see snow where we live. Colorado Springs, Colorado. Dad came home with skis short as my little girl legs. I strapped them on tight, shuffled across the backyard, flying downhill. In my dreams, imagine. 3 days of not seeing my mama feels like forever. I bet she used to miss her dad, gone for months. Garden of the Gods, Colorado. On Bring Your Dad Day, I brought along a photo of the two of us at the Garden of the Gods. I clutched my photo, wishing. Boys. Guys at school tease me for collecting rocks like a boy. Next time, I'll tell them to gather shark's teeth like a girl. Cherry Point, North Carolina. Any day's perfect for walking the river's edge. I slipped over rocks, gathered bruises and shark's teeth to show Dad when he's on leave. Sailing. Pictures of kayaks and canoes swim on the blue of our walls, thanks to Mama, who buys them all. Now I think I know why. Accotink Bay, Virginia. The bay called us three. We silently kayaked near the bird-breeding box. If only Dad would let us clamber atop it and dance. City Slicker. We've lived in the city as long as I can remember. But Mama is always going on about nature and the wonders of the woods. Brackenridge Park, Texas. Dad says I'm lucky. Mom sent me horseback riding in the morning mist, and as it cleared, I spotted a great green heron, lift, soar, chopsticks. At dinner, I asked Grandma for the chopsticks Mama taught me to use. Once, I asked Mama where she learned, and she just smiled. Cherry blossoms, Japan. Spring, kimono time. I joined the parade of girls strolling avenues dusted with cherry blossoms. I caught a few, like snowflakes. Tent. I set up a tent in Grandma's backyard. Take a flashlight so I can read Mama's poems and me go camping. Class trip, Japan. My class camping trip. Rhinoceros beetles and dragonflies joined us. We ate squid on a stick. Slept at the foot of Mount Fuji, moving day. I don't know how she did it, moving all the time. I get dizzy thinking about all those goodbyes. Station next, Portugal. Move number, who knows? We call them all adventures. I pack my poems, wishing I could fold my friends and slip them in my suitcase. Endings. Grandma calls me to dinner, but I read Mama's last poem one more time. Pride, Washington, D.C. area. My heart dances when Air Force One flings its shadow across our front porch. Dad promises we'll see this countless times because we're home. Time to go. Mama comes for me tomorrow. I have a surprise for her. I've been busy writing poems of my own. Let's see. Pencil and paper, hole punch and ribbon, all set. I work past bedtime. Copy Mama's poems, then stitch them together with mine. Back to the attic. I put Mama's poems back in the chest where I found them, and leave a stack of mine for someone else to find. The gift. I run to Mama, tackle her with hugs, kisses, then hand her the book. Breathlessly, I wait for her to unwrap our memories.
Turn and talk. Use details from Poems in the Attic to answer these questions with a partner. 1. Make connections. Describe a time you visited somewhere you had never been before. How does that experience help you understand the characters in this text? 2. What does the girl mean when she says, "I dream of skies my mother's eyes have seen"? 3. These poems tell 2 stories. Who is the narrator of each story? How are their stories alike and different? Listening tip. You learn from others by listening carefully. Think about what your partner says and what you learn.